Good morning, everyone. Kevin from his morning walk. It's 7:20 in the morning. For some weird reason, I woke up extra early today, somewhere around like 4:30-ish, 5:30. I set my alarm for 6. 6 o'clock has been like kind of my wake up goal, so I've been pretty good at doing that every day. Some days the alarm will go off at 6 and I'll kind of laze for about 30 minutes, so I don't really get started till 6:30 on some days. But for the most part, I'm usually up by 6. Today's a weird one. And I went to bed a little later last night, so I don't know why I woke up so early. And I was just up, like for some reason I wasn't even tired. But now I'm kind of feeling a little bit tired. It's kind of stupid. So I was reading this morning and I'm journaling and doing all my stuff. And I think I've come to like a little bit of a clarity on myself that I feel like I'm always trying to get people's appreciation for things I've done, if that makes sense. I'm always looking for someone else's praise or validation in the things that I do. And I think I've lost doing things for me somehow. I really struggle right now with deciding what I want to do, who I want to be, what I want to work on. Those are like the things that are really like foggy for me. Like I'm sitting there and writing in my journal these same questions. What do I want to do? Who do I want to be? What do I want to become? What do I want to work on? And I don't have like answers for it. And it's really, really frustrating. And I'm trying to figure it out. Like, who do I want? What do I want? What's gonna like fill that like void inside of myself? And I'm like really drawing a blank. This is what I've been kind of working on with myself. It's almost like a little bit of like depression kind of thing going on, I think. Maybe I need to go to some sort of therapist and actually discuss things. It's hard because I don't have necessarily like a lot of close friends. I have like my family unit, but you can open up to them, but then you can't kind of like talk to other people about things that you have going on in that, to like, just kind of let out like, I'm frustrated with this going on at home and I'm frustrated with that. Can you relate? You know what I mean? Like I feel like we always look to have someone to relate to bounce ideas off of. I think that's when we kind of are able to kind of learn and release. So I think that's what I'm missing. I'm trying to find that that balance. But otherwise, back home from my little work trip and back on track with diet. Those 3 days being out of pocket from the house and like not having my certain items that I've been eating kind of consistently, and it's easier to keep track of things when you're not eating at restaurants and stuff and trying to guess like how much butter did they put in this, or whatever. You're like kind of just guessing on intake. So it's good to kind of be home, kind of rein it in, understand like what the hell I'm doing. Crazy paramedics scared the hell out of me. But Thanks for giving me a heart attack, and now you need to take me to the hospital. What was I saying? Yeah, it's hard to like track all that stuff, and like I'm trying to build like kind of some good habits, and then having that break usually really throws me off. Um, but I just kind of felt like a little bit more this time, just frustrated with it. Like normally I would go, I'm gonna eat whatever I want. It's like kind of a break time, and then I'd come back and I'd screw up and continue the bad habits. But I was so happy to be back in my little bubble, I guess, that it's it's like almost taken some of the anxiety out of it. And I don't know why I'm anxious. I think the biggest thing is I'm still worried now that I'm no longer taking stupid medicine that was making me miserable. I'm still worried about like gaining a bunch of weight and like just getting back to where I was really bummed about what was going on. And I don't want to have to come back full circle and go on the medicine just to get myself back to right here. I'm here now, and I'm doing like things the right way. Like I got back to the gym. I missed basically 2 workouts this week, kind of. Or I'm like really off schedule. I'm supposed to have done 4 workouts this week. I've only done 2. I did my 2 upper body. My 2 lower body have not. 2 lower bodies for week 3 on the program that I'm on have kind of slid. When I was on the work trip, I didn't end up going into the gym that they had at the hotel I was at. I ended up just doing the long walks, so at least I did get exercise and fitness in. But I'm kind of like a little annoyed that I didn't get, my leg days in. I think, like I said, I did my 2 arm days. I think what I'm going to do today, I'm going to squeeze it in somewhere. I have 2 sporting events for my kids. Both my daughters have. My oldest has a field hockey thing. My younger one has a soccer game, so we have those today. I'm hoping to get to the gym to do one of the leg days that I missed today. So I think there's a gap between game 1 and game 2 where I can squeeze it in. So that's what I'm going to try and do. It's only like, should only be like a 30 to 40 minute routine, exercise workout routine, because it'll be 3 sets of 6 exercises. So it usually goes pretty quick. So that's what I owe myself today. So I'm going to put that on the agenda, and going to keep track of my food for the day. I have been tracking with my Lumen device, and this morning I think there's like so I've been reading forums, and there's something I guess about people talking about, I guess when you wake up you have higher cortisol levels, and that kind of keeps you out of like a fat burning stage, or maybe when you're burning the cortisol that kind of throws off your reading. So this morning I ended up having like a little bit of a higher reading. I got like a 4 initially. So you have a scale from 1 to 5, and if you're 3, 4, or 5, you're burning carbs for fuel, and if you're a 1 or a 2, you're kind of more burning fat. Like, so you kind of definitely, when you're waking up, you're in a fasted state. You should kind of be more on the fat burning side, not carb. You should be using your stored energy, your stored sugars as energy. But I guess people were saying somewhere that the cortisol can throw that off and change that. So if you wait a little bit longer to do your morning breath, you'll get a true and accurate reading. And I've noticed, like this morning I blew a 4, and I like didn't eat anything or anything. I waited like another like maybe 20 minutes or so, and then did another breath, and I actually was getting I think I got a 1. I think I got a 1 today, which makes more sense because I stopped eating yesterday around 6. The only thing I had later, because I think around 8 o'clock I was just really craving something because I kind of had a late eating day yesterday. I ate like 3 pickle spears, which they're like 0 calorie on the side of the thing. I don't understand how that works, but I guess they're less than 1, so they just put 0. Or maybe how it works is you burn more energy or calories eating it than you do in the amount that it is. I don't know exactly how that science works, but I'm like, oh, it's a free food is kind of how I took it. Like, and it's like an easy thing to just at least get that need to munch on something out of the way. So, and I haven't had to resort to it too much, but I really needed something yesterday, and I'm like, I'm gonna eat a couple stupid pickles and drink a bunch of water, and that got rid of whatever I needed craving wise. So I think I jabbered on enough here this morning. So what I'll do is I'm gonna let you guys go. Everything's going well, so I'm gonna just continue with everything, continue to work on myself, and I will update you guys on my progress. And when I figure out what I want to be when I grow up, I'll fill you all in. Hopefully I figure it out pretty quickly. I'll talk to you later. Bye.